I was just sitting here for about 5 to 10 minutes, just simply thinking about what was I gonna say as soon as I turn on this camera. To be honest, sometimes I actually be yapping. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think that's part of the process when you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow, and you also are trying to document your life. You're just experimenting, I guess. You're not really you don't really have some sort of like plan as to what exactly you're supposed to do. And I would say that's actually the same thing with me right now. And probably this is a lesson to simply do whatever you want to do, whatever you need to do in order to get to where you want to be, even without a plan. And I think that just because I don't have a script into what YouTube video I should, into what topic I should talk about in this YouTube video, doesn't mean that I cannot enjoy it. It also doesn't mean that I cannot make a video and as I'm talking, gain wisdom and know what to actually talk about in the moment. And I think that's actually something that is insane, because even just now, it's the same thing that's happening. Now, telling you how I was just simply confused as to what exactly I should talk about, this brings me to a topic that is very common. Whenever you're into the path of success, you're focusing on yourself, you're trying new things. There's certain things that you do, you don't even know why you're doing it. I'll promise you, I literally sat down in front of this camera. I set up the lighting and everything. I got one of my primary lights, which is right here, the LED lights in the background. And I'm just like, like I'm mad tired right now. Like I'm tired, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm trying to go back to sleep. I'm trying to, but I can't really, because this is also something that I like to do. I love doing this right here. But I just don't have a plan. I just don't have a script. I'm not coming up here reading line for line in a specific curated order as to what exactly we're going to talk about today, yada, yada, yada. Nah, we ain't really doing that. But again, it brings me back to the point that in your success journey, even in your journey period, it doesn't have to be success journey. It can just be your journey, for into this life. There's going to be instances where you don't even know what you're doing for real. You probably go to a job and you don't know why you did. And things happen. And sometimes it always takes to be in the moment. It always takes to try new things and to still do the things that you know matter, regardless of you wanting to do it or not. For real. Yesterday was a good example. I came back from an 8 to 5 shift and I'm just tired. I'm falling asleep in the bus, for real. And I come here and I'm like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to hit the gym for real. And mostly because of my new workout routine, which involves kettlebells. That right there is something that, the burn and just how tired my body gets after such a workout is just crazy. So I'm just like, you know what? How about I do it tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm free, which is today, actually. I'm free. I don't got work today, so it's like, how about I do it today? But I'm just like, you know what? While I was in the bus, before I fell asleep, actually, I was like, you know what? When I get home, I'm gonna hit the gym. I already planned it out in my mind, and I already know what I had to do, because I genuinely like going to the gym. It's something that not only are you doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for your future self. You're also doing it for God, which is something that I really think about. When you really appreciate the body that you got, you're gonna put it all to use. I mean, of course, you're not gonna abuse it in a way where like you're doing crazy stunts where you're gonna get hurt. That's not really what I'm talking about. But I think some movements here and there will be very beneficial to your long-term survival. Even yoga, even something as daily stretching. right? But most people don't do nothing at all. So I came home and I was just like, damn, I really just want to go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to go to sleep, but I also want to go to the gym. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to sleep for 45 minutes. I'm still going to have time to go to the gym. I'm just going to take a quick nap. And that's what I did. I went to that gym, and it was probably one of the best workouts that I've had. I mean, probably because it was really hard. It was, like those kettlebells movement, those compound movements that are meant for athletic people. They're unlike anything that I've ever seen. Like, they're not your typical bodybuilding workouts and routines where you just keep your body mad stiff and you're doing a curl. Nah, like, you have to utilize your whole body. So it doesn't matter if I have the kettlebell in my hand. It's not like I'm just working my hand. I'm also working my core. I'm working my legs, and it's all in one, But that right there just simply shows that sometimes you don't really need to have a plan for real. You don't need to have a plan. Well, you do need to have a plan. It is always best to have a plan. But sometimes there's going to be these moments that even within the plan that you set out to do, even within that plan, you go into a situation and now you just didn't think what was going to happen. Like, you just don't really have a clear understanding of where exactly you go from there now. And that takes me back again to this moment right here where I'm recording this video. Before this, I was just sitting here for like 15, 10, whatever amount of minutes, but I know it was a long time because I was just sitting here and I'm like, what should I be talking about? And then I was getting distracted on my phone. The camera's right here. I'm sitting right here and I'm just like, what should I be talking about? And I promise you, that was on my calendar today to actually record a YouTube video. I planned this out to actually get on camera today, but I just didn't plan out as to what exactly I was going to talk about. And now, talking about this experience, it feels so liberating that I'm talking about this. It feels so freeing that it's just something that is true, but I also didn't have to give too much thought about it. One of the main thing about me is that I hate feeling robotic. I hate getting on a camera and just being like, okay, like, I know it's all part of the algorithm that I need to keep your attention, but I also don't got time for that right now. Right now, I want to offer my free, authentic self. And the best way that I was able to do that was just simply to get on camera. So now in your life, whatever it is that camera is, whatever it is that you just need to go out and just get it done, but you don't really know what exactly it is, but you know that you want to do this. You probably have to do this, and it would really help you out. It will really make you feel better, because after this, I'm telling you, after this video, I'm going to feel good about myself, because I know that today I took time to make something that I love, to make something, to create something with my two hands. Of course, the camera's recording it, but still, I'm going to be the one editing it, and I'm also going to be the one posting it. So, yeah, I'm going to feel good about myself, yeah. So, the thing is, you need to figure out what it is that you need to get done, and you're still going to do it with no plan, with no script. You just simply go out and do it. You make some mistakes. Some people is going to judge you, and they're going to laugh at you. And some people is going to be like, okay, cool. You're doing something, respect. And then you have some people who's going to be like, hey, I ain't going to lie, respect. I respect that. I want to follow your journey. I want to get on with the program. I want to learn from you. I think sometimes the best people to learn from is the people who are learning themselves, because those people are the most authentic, and they'll actually let you know straightforward, hey man, this happened yesterday, that happened yesterday, it didn't go as planned, and here's the result. Don't do what I did, right? I think that's probably the best teachers, right? Because you have teachers that are going to teach you. They're going to fill you in with what it is that's going on in the world, or in whatever subject that they're teaching. And how can I say that? Because they're quote-unquote experts, it seems as if sometimes they can forget certain things. For example, right? Let me just say this. Let's just say you become a millionaire, right? You become a millionaire. You're a millionaire now. You've been making money for about like 2 years and 2-3 years, 5 years even, and everything is going amazing. Like everything is going amazing. You know, you got that car that you wanted. You got that house. So now it's like your new lifestyle. Even though you didn't fully forget what it was like to not be in that position, I would say there are certain details that you're gonna miss out on. There are certain details that if you were to be telling your story, you would kind of leave it out, because it's just simply you've kind of gotten accustomed to your current lifestyle. So I think sometimes whenever we get teachers, those who are quote unquote expert, they're now experienced, you could say, and it's a weird word. Like it's like though they should be experienced, they are, but now it's as if that experience, right, that expertise that they have now is their new lifestyle, and they forget that there are people who don't really know what they're talking about. So the millionaire would go about saying certain things like, oh, this is what you need to get rich. This is 5 steps. 5 steps. Yo, bro, you acting like it takes 5 steps only to get rich? Like, are you serious, bro? Like, 5 steps? If it took 5 steps, everybody would do it. If it took 10 steps, everybody would do it. If it took 20 steps, everybody would do it. Sometimes it just takes 1 step, and that 1 step has about 1,000,000 steps within it. It's like a book. You have 1 book, right? It's 1 book about 1 specific topic, 1 specific story, but it has like 50 chapters, 100 chapters, probably 500 pages, mad thick, a big book. So sometimes it's like, yo, those people, cool, they will give you some game here and there, but they will not speak to you the way somebody who is in the process will speak to you. The person who's in the process, you see it in their face that not only are they trying to learn themselves, they're also struggling to actually find the information that they need. But you will also see something very rare, which is authenticity. They'll tell you straight up, yo, like, I ain't like, okay, how about this? Yesterday, I went to the gym. I promise you, I ain't want to go to the gym, bro. Like, I did not want to go to the gym. I don't want to be here in front of this camera recording right now. Like, even though I love it, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I don't want to do it right now. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. I want to watch a little movie. I want to watch some Netflix. Like, bro, like, yo, if I don't know you, like, bro, like, I care about it enough to get up, because it's like, it's something that I really love. So you know what? Yeah, it's gonna pay off. I know it's gonna pay off, and the timing of it does not regard me. It's just as long as I do what I need to do. So it's the same thing. You have somebody who makes it, and they're trying to give back to the community, and for sure they're giving back to the community, but they lack this authenticity. Some people actually make it and they still have that authenticity that remains in them, but some people, nah, they lose that part of themselves, because that new identity, that new experience that they have, that new lifestyle has kind of making them forget that, yo, you remember how you used to be 5 years ago? Because if it's been a year or a couple of months that, you know, now you're successful and you know, like, things are working for you, you kind of forget. Like, you don't entirely forget how things used to be, but you sort of leave out certain details. It's not that you forget them. It's not that you don't, that they are erased from your memory. Nah, they're still there. It's just they're in your subconscious mind, because now your new lifestyle is just, well, you're getting used to it. You're loving it. You know what I'm saying to you? So yeah, that's really deep, right? And we must remind ourselves every single time that those authentic feelings that we have in a moment. Those feelings, or feelings that we need to acknowledge, and also be like, okay, cool. Like, where do we go from there though? Like, I feel XYZ, but where do we go from there though? Like, what is needed from me? What does my soul needs? Right now, my soul needs this, that connection right here. I don't even know who you is, whoever's watching this video. I might get 2 views, I might get 3 views, I might get 20, I'm not sure. Or I might get 1 million, who knows? Anything can happen. And there's gonna come a time where I'm going to really have to take this YouTube thing even more serious than I am taking it now. Really figuring out scripts and things like this. And to be honest, I don't even want to do that for her. Like, I don't, because that's gonna take out the entire authenticity part of who I am, right? Because it's like, I don't even want to get in front of this camera in the first place, even though, yeah, like, you know, I like it, but I don't really want to get in front of it, because it's like, I literally was sitting here scrolling on my phone thinking, like, what am I going to be posting right now? Like, what am I going to be talking about? And the thing is, also one of the questions that kind of bothered me is, like, who am I to even get on this camera and talk? Like, what am I talking about? Like, I'm not an expert in nothing. Actually, I know a couple of things, but it's not like I'm an expert at it. It's not like, bruh, like, tomorrow I'm gonna go to a whole 8 to 5, well, 9 to 5, I guess. It's gonna be like a whole 9 to 5 shift. You know what I'm saying? Like, slaving my life away to a company that don't even admire me. They don't give a damn about me. You know, so it's like, who am I to get on in front of this video right here and you know, say something? But then, ding, 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 I think to myself, I'm like, who am I? Well, that is exactly who I am. I'm somebody who is going through it. You know what I'm saying? Who is struggling to get right on the path of, you know, succeeding, of taking care of my family, taking care of myself, being the one who actually makes it out, being the one who is giving back to the community. Yeah, I'm actually on that path, even though I'm struggling, but I'm on that path. But the thing is this, one of the things I also realize is that I have a vision. I'm not having ideas, I have a vision. You see, the difference between ideas and vision is this. An idea is usually something that people think about and they're like, you know what, this can either go positively or negatively. We can either do it or we don't. That's just an idea. It can either work or it doesn't. A vision, on the other hand, is completely different. And the reason for that is because I think a vision is something that you clearly see. It's as if you're getting some sort of prophecy that's like, okay, this is where you can actually be. This is what you can actually be doing. If you get a vision of being the first one in your family to be successful and to be financially free, that's not an idea. You don't get up and be like, oh, I got an idea. I'm going to be the one to, you know, break my generational curse. Like, you know, you don't wake up and say something like that. It's a vision. It's something that's already there. And I think visions usually are also waiting for you. They're also waiting for you to come after it. And the vision is more long term. The vision is something that is actually there. It's waiting for you to approach it. It's waiting for you to come to it and to put in the work every single now and then. Not even every single now and then, but every day. Even if it's you doing 1% of what you know you should do, at least you're doing something, because consistency does not look like this. It looks like that. Like, it's just like a whole goddamn roller coaster. So, yeah. You need to have a vision. F the ideas. The ideas are just little things that come into your mind. It's like, okay, can we do this? How would this work out? You know, and you're just kind of trying to make it make sense. But a vision is something that you already know what you need to do. You already know what you need to do. You already know what you need to do. For me, I have multiple visions. I have multiple visions. Visions financially, visions physically, spiritually, emotionally. Where am I going to be 5 years from now in my headspace? Where am I gonna be 5 years from now when it comes to family? And it doesn't have to be me actually having a family or wife and kids. It can simply be me improving my relationship with my family, with my mother, father, and sister. It can be simply that. But that vision is clear. I know for sure that in 5 years, I don't want my people to be working. I don't want them to be working, and they're not going to. I don't want my mother to be 60, 70 working. Nah, we ain't doing that. Sit your ass somewhere, and enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you for what you did for me. I'm gonna take care of you. And that's a vision. It's not just an idea that you wake up and it's like, But in the midst of all that, though, you wake up and you have these times where you're just like, you know what? F this. Just for once. Just for once. F this. Like, I don't want to be doing this. Like, I'm just tired. And that's also not something that I'm just talking about. That's also something that's true for me right now. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. My eyes are swollen. I'm just tired. I just want to sleep. And mostly you want to sometimes sleep effectively, and you also want to get a good sleep in. Not just you closing your eyes and then just waking up 5 hours later or 6 hours later or 7 hours later, however amount of hours of sleep that you get. You actually want to sleep for real, to rest your whole body. And sometimes that doesn't happen because in your subconscious mind, you're thinking about the bills, you're thinking about how you need to get out of that suck-ass job that you're in. So sometimes that happens. That happens. But the thing is this, though. You don't need to have that plan yet. You need to have a vision, that's for sure. But essentially, as you go on throughout that vision, as you're diving in closer and closer throughout that tunnel, you're going to start to realize, okay, well, listen, I've come across a certain obstacle two, 3 times. So in order to prevent that from happening a 4th time, I need to have a more detailed plan. And guess what? Now that you have a more detailed plan, not only do you get to prolong your journey towards that vision that you see at the end of the tunnel, but it also teaches you something. You didn't start planning really effectively for real. You probably thought to yourself, okay, I'm going to get through that tunnel, and there might be some obstacle, but maybe you didn't know how many. Maybe you just simply got your calculations wrong, or maybe you just simply was not focused on that. But either way, it still is something that happens in the process where you're like, you know what? Okay, cool. I understand it now. And even if you don't understand it now, at least you're like, okay, I got a little note in my head. And I think sometimes the best way to understand something is to know that you actually do not understand it. I think that's the best of wisdom, to know that sometimes you just don't know it all. I mean, and overall in life, you don't know it all. I mean, look around, bro. But yeah. That's really all I got for today. Whatever it is that you do it with full intent and vision. But also understand that it's okay to not have a whole mapped out plan. Oh, with that being said, thank you for watching this video. That's really it. I'm just trying to get something to eat. I'm hungry as hell. But yeah, peace. Oops.